So, we are here in what originally was an underground stone quarry and what later was used as a cannabis farm. Now this cannabis farm or cannabis factory got busted a few years ago by police, and they could not believe the extent of the operations underground here. Obviously is something that you can imagine. It must be been quite a surprise for the police force to find something to this extent underground. And we're going to explore the whole extent of these tunnels, and we're going to see some of the remains of the actual equipment that they used to grow the cannabis. And we're going to see evidence also of police seizures as well of this place. But let's not forget, most important, the way we came. This is, looking at it already, is quite extensive. Right, Gary, we got to follow a plan, exploring plan, okay? We can't just be wandering off. So I'll say we go clockwise from the shaft. So
keep to the back and then work that way, because it goes that way. Keep this side and then go that way.
Okay.
So we'll explore like these. We'll do the ones to the left, and then we'll start going right. It looks like they're all.
It looks to be like it's all. Obviously, most of it is empty caverns. But you know, the fact that they had such electrical fittings, you know, lighting, it must have been very well lit.
Yeah.
The other thing we note is they whitewash the walls to get a much higher reflection, really.
See, I reckon that's got to be the main way in now.
Let's check then.
That's why I thought
let's go in here.
First.
Yeah.
Look at the duct look.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that there's such electrical system in place is, did they use it for something other than just the actual cannabis operations? There's other local quarries in this area that they use them as mushroom farms, so I wouldn't be surprised if after it was abandoned as an underground quarry in the early 1900s, it was used later as a mushroom farm. Well, here you have some of the ventilation systems. One up there. Right, so that is evidence of a crane having been a crane here back in the days. Hey? Do you think this was some of the soil for the cannabis plants? It could have been.
Yeah.
Because this is soil that's been basically brought in with bags.
I mean, Europe with soil, isn't it?
Yeah.
Another crane pole. There you go. One.
What's that?
Got a crane.
Is there evidence of another crane somewhere?
Yeah, one there, and there.
Right, so as we can see there, the fittings there, right at the top, that's where the cranes were just fixed. It would be nice to see the remains of a crane here, but I very much doubt that that's going to be the case. Yeah. It's quite nice with the ventilation fans. There must have been very much needed ventilation underground here. A lot of rubbish.
Can't see anything.
Yeah.
Trying to see if we can see light through the ventilation.
I think we come to this, but round the back of it. So what happened here is some sections, obviously they blocked them and leaving ventilation holes just to control the ventilation through the mine, which would make sense. But like here, I mean, there's a chamber there, but I'm sure we can get round to the back of it. Is there a workshop? Wow. There's quite a lot here. Wow. Dead end. Okay.
I reckon this probably is as well, but we'll have a look.
Oh, this is not dead end.
We'll go do this bit and then go through like that.
And then go.
Goes back through to where we were.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's go back this way, yeah? Let's do this end here and come back the way we came. Hey? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Right. So we got to remember that's the portal we came through. Some dead ends here. Dead end. Yeah.
Something to do with cannabis things, obviously it's reflecting the light, you know.
Right, so do you think
Yeah, trying to get
these
more
reflective
heat.
sheets, they had some use in the production of cannabis?
Yeah, they've been reflecting the light, making it warmer and
Yeah, reflecting light,
making them grow.
reflecting the light, reflecting the heat. Or were they just, or was this like a camping area
Nah, definitely reflecting
for reflective heat, increase of heat, increase of reflection purposes for the growing of the plants?
It's like in the corner out of the way as well, there, isn't it?
Another ventilation portal.
It's like an emergency one, right?
Sort of electric switch and plug.
You saw the other side of
Hey?
it. We go
Oh, that's the
look in-
workshop.
If we look in now, then we can go down there.
Right, so that's the workshop, is it?
Yeah. Looks like a workshop, and it's empty with things.
We've been to the other side of this, definitely.
With polish the floor.
Hey?
I don't know what the hell they use for polish.
What
floor
would you need to
polisher.
polish? What would you need to polish down here? Honestly. Concrete.
Shoes could do with a clean.
Yeah. Let's look at this workshop.
Yeah, definitely for storing tools.
Yeah, for
Insect
tools, storage.
killer. You smell it?
The what?
Insect killer. Oh.
So, why else would you need insect kill unless you're trying to look after plants? So I think this was used in the prevention of, insects that
Washroom.
would harm the cannabis plants.
Wash.
Hand washing facilities. Interesting. A lot of electrical fittings here.
Looks like the main fuse box.
The main fuse box, yeah, definitely. This was a fuse box.
Water tank. Cleaning fluid. So there must be bucket, basket, coats, shoes.
Cleaning fluid, corrosive. We've been to the other side of this, have we?
Oh, there's all ducts in and stuff.
Hey?
Bit of artwork.
Yeah. Oh, what is this?
No, it's a picture of these.
It's a picture of.
Must be something to do with the mushroom
Is
side of it.
a picture of this. I think this was used as a mushroom farm as well. It must have had several uses. What are those? Whatever they are depicted here. Kind of hanging off the ceiling. This is some sort of ventilation tubes. Interesting.
Bit of a hippie area, isn't it?
Interesting area.
Paintings and pictures.
Well, it's a bit of a living area, you think? There's the ventilation fan. Quite a few sort of carved and painted artwork. Do you think they were doing this artwork when they were smoking cannabis? Some kind of trolleys. Interesting. Whatever they are. Hmm?
I think that's supposed to be art.
What is this?
See all the rubber gloves hang out?
Yeah?
I think it's supposed to be art.
Anything that's a bit abstract can be art, and art is just an interpretation of something. That's all it is, isn't it? So whichever you want to see this, if you want to see it as art, then it will be art. But that is clearly some artwork. It's about friendship, I guess, getting along. I quite like this, you know. Actually, look, this is a bit like cave art. What they used to do, just put the handprints in a certain space. I think we'll need a picture of this. It could be cool. Very colourful. Hey? Wow, this is there's quite a bit going on here. Another ventilation wall.
Yeah, tally marks.
Have we got tally marks?
Yeah, this is the older working.
So
They've not used this bit.
so we're gonna go into an area that basically it's been on paint, on whitewash. You know, they didn't whitewash it. There's a bit of a pack wall there. It's always interesting to see, you know, evidence of the original miners. Where have you seen the tally marks? All right, yeah. Yes, there's tally charts here. So those tally charts dated back to the original mine workings, the 1800s.
And they just backfilled it with dirt.
They just backfilled this area, have they?
Not used it. That's why they haven't land washed it.
So that's just about as much evidence of the original miners as we're going to see in terms of written evidence, not crafted in the rock. Some remains of very old wheelbarrows that they could date back to the miners' periods, an old bottle that could date back as well. Very interesting. There's a grave for tetanus. all this what it was used for, but I'm sure it had some use. Some kind of trace. Right. What was that?
A secret vault can remain secret. Oh, this looks.
There is a few
Cave barrels?
calcifications here, which always makes the place look more interesting, really. Cave pearls, where?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, this is beautiful.
And can.
So cave pearls are formed by the deposition of calcite around a small pebble or grain of sand. Every drop adds a bit of calcite to these pebbles and makes them bigger and bigger. It's the same sort of process as you get basically with pearls. So we found something. What have we got there? What you got?
Growing tents, isn't it?
Oh, here we go. So this is definitely a part. This is definitely the clear evidence of the cannabis farm that was busted. Yeah, look at this. So these are farming tents, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of plant pots for the cannabis plants, insulation panels. And these tents, basically, they were built to insulate, a bit like a greenhouse, to ensure the temperature and the lighting was right for the growing of the plants. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, they have their own ventilation system as well. So they need the right ventilation, the right temperature to be able to grow in this underground environment. They would have kept those to make sure that any insects that could have harmed the plants, they died. Wow, that's pretty cool. Harry, where are you? And wow, we need to look around this area. There's quite a lot. And here's another one. Electric boards. Don't wander off too far. Here's another one of the greenhouses, you could call them, for the plants. A lot of plant pots, as we can imagine. There's room after room after room filled with those greenhouses. Some sort of heating system. I mean, judging by the amount of soot there is here, there would have been a lot of fumes going on. Where are you? Gary?